And they blew up. Nice. Which is the level completed. And that's 18, oh shit. Being a completionist and a programmer at the same time is a really bad combination. This coding game really isn't simple. I've completed all the challenges in the red part of the game, but I've still got a few left unconquered, like this one. Should I just go for this? Because there are a few more actually. Let's do it. Obviously going from the end of the game. So how does this work? We've got these workers and we need to write this code to control them and complete an assignment. I've already completed this level, however, there are some optional challenges. The speed challenge I've managed to complete, so complete this level in under 200 seconds. I made it in 171. However, we also need to make the code as short as possible to complete the size challenge using 18 or fewer commands. My best was 21, so let's see what the level actually is. Data cubes 0 to 9 must be sent to a shredder labeled 0, 10 to 19 to the shredder labeled 1, and so on. So you can see these shredders right here labeled from 0 to 9, and there are these data cubes that are randomly generated, so random numbers from 0 to 99, and these people need to sort them into these shredders. So I've got this code, 23 commands, and it seems to be working. They work in a weird way, I gotta say, but it's working, so I shouldn't complain. They are complaining just a bit. Yeah, this is too slow and too long, so I'm probably just gonna delete it. Do we have something better? What about this? Let's see, and oh, yeah, it doesn't even work. Beautiful. So that's crap as well. And the last bit of code that we've got, 21 commands, that's hopefully gonna work. Yep, seems to be working, and hopefully it's gonna be fast as well. I really wanted to see that. What? I think there used to be 5 people, and we're down to 2. How did that happen? So what actually happened is that some of these workers shredded themselves. That's not nice. Are these two gonna make it? Oh, yep, he's shredded. Oh, there we go. Wait, what? So this doesn't work either. So I don't have a working solution. Well, I suppose the first code worked, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna delete this bit and just do something for fun. What I'm simply gonna do is make these people walk all the way down to the shredders and pick up those label data cubes. So while there isn't a shredder below you, step down and repeat. Then pick up the data cube, which they have done, and they blew up. Nice. That's coding, right? You need to feel the power. You need to be in control of human lives. Anyway, now that we've got this over with, how do we actually do this? I'm just gonna write a simple code from scratch. Might be long, then hopefully optimize it. So I would tell them to remember their closest... What? Are you... Oh, sorry, that's the nearest command. There we go. Nearest wall. So what I'm gonna do is make them pick up a data cube, then sort it and shred it in the right shredder, and then go back to their starting position at the wall right here. So they can keep picking up data cubes in this area and not worry too much about picking these data cubes at the shredders, right? Then I'd say just look at your nearest data cube, step to that data cube. If you are not above a shredder, could technically happen, right? No, it couldn't. Screw that. Let's say they shred the data cube, they go back to the wall, their nearest data cube is never gonna be above a shredder. Well, I mean, it could be if there were no data cubes left, but hopefully the other people holding those cubes will be able to shred them in time before the next person, picks up a label of a shredder. We'll tackle that in a second, see what happens. Nearest data cube. You're gonna pick it up, and then you need to know what shredder to put the data cube in. So let's say you picked up 23, I'd say just divide it by 10, it's gonna be 2, and that's the label you want. So in memory 3, we're gonna calculate what memory 2, that was the nearest data cube, divided by 10. At the start, I would also remember what the nearest shredder is. So once we've picked up a data cube and calculated its value, or the label, we're gonna step to nearest shredder, and then we just need to find the right one based on the number. So if the label you are currently standing on above the shredder is what you want, so memory 3, you give your data cube to the shredder. Once you do that, you want to step to memory 1, that's the nearest wall, so back to the start, and repeat this whole process. So again, find your nearest data cube, pick it up, and divide, and so on. Now, what if you are at the wrong label? So say you arrived at label 6, but you wanted 2. So that should be simple. If the item you're standing on, that data cube, is larger than memory 3, so then the number you want, that means you're to the right and you want to go left, you step left. Otherwise, you step right because it was too low, so you want to go higher. And in either case, you then go to here. So again, check if you're at the right spot. If not, step accordingly. Now, that's 15 commands, which is way too low, and I think it's not gonna work, but let's check it out. Picked up their data cubes, division, what else? Okay, you see the shredders, shredded well. These guys are shuffling, shredded 13, 54 should be here. Yep, that's working beautifully. Now let's speed this up and see whether it still works even at the end. What I'm afraid of is that some people might want to pick up the same data cube and the other people might, I don't know, steal it before they can even reach it. So that could potentially present some issues. And there we go. Right. Okay. Basically, a data cube above the shredder got picked up, and those two ladies didn't manage to shred their data cubes in time. So I'd say that's here, nearest data cube, and we say pick it up. So instead, I would say step to that data cube, so step to memory 2, and only if you are not above a shredder, you actually pick it up. But in order to keep this as short as possible, I'm gonna say if below you there is a shredder, just end your program. Let's try again. The beginning should be the same, but towards the end we should see some people end their program next to the shredder. We're still good, getting closer. Now this guy takes the last data cube, and this person, they might actually shred it in time, but this person is going for data cube number 2 right here, ended his program. And this guy goes shred 81, which is the level completed, and that's 18, oh shit. Oh no, I was way too happy with that. The solution failed more than 50% of random tests. That's a real shame. So basically we've done it, 18 commands, it was even 199 seconds. However, some of the random tests that the game runs this on failed. But it's 18 commands, so if we want to catch some edge case, it's gonna be difficult, because we can't really add any more logic to this. But let's speed this up and see when and how this actually fails. So far so good. So this is the test case that failed in the end. I'm curious to see what? Someone picked up a data cube above a shredder? Why? Let's try it again. I didn't see it in time because it's taking so long. So I'm speeding up through this. I think it was number 3 or something. Any second now. No, we're still good. Come on, when was it? Still nothing. Is this gonna work now suddenly? I mean, I don't see a problem there. Well, now it's working. But no, I didn't see it again. What happened? Is there like a time when you give to the shredder and want to pick up a data cube here? Surely not, right? Because you only pick it up here, and that's after having stepped to a wall. What? So again, speed this up, and I'm gonna shut up now and just focus. Oh, there, I saw it. Right, so essentially, a few people were here, and they wanted to get this data cube. That was like almost the last one. So they both went for it. A lady, this one, grabbed it and walked off. But the guy behind her stepped there, realized that there's no data cube, so he checked for the nearest data cube again, and the remaining 2 were on this side. But he went for the closest, which was at this shredder right here. So instead of saying if you are above a shredder, end your program. Oh, no. Right. So look at this. Nearest data cube was here. Step to that nearest data cube, he did, but there was no data cube. So he didn't do anything. He just stood there. Then, are you above a shredder? No, you are not. So go pick up that data cube. But when you say pick up memory 2, it re-evaluates this nearest command. So he picked up the data cube above the shredder. So what we could say is not if you're above a shredder, but if you're above a shredder or there's no data cube under you, or we could just say if there's no data cube under you or if you're next to a shredder, repeat this and go back to the wall. So I think it's okay if I say you're above a shredder, don't pick it up, end your program, or under you there is no data cube. Someone stole your data cube, which is completely fine, just don't do anything. But now I'm worried, yeah, it's already happened to this guy. His data cube got stolen. This guy's as well. I think with fewer people this shouldn't happen as often, and in the end there's just gonna be one person who can't just steal his own data cube. That's it, yeah, this guy is stuck as well. But the point is, we don't care about how slow the program is, we just want it to be short. So this lady is done, and oh no, it was really close. So she was there, and her closest data cube was above this shredder, not this one. Oh crap, 18 commands, just what if I run this again? I just hope that it's slightly randomized, but so far it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, no, it worked exactly the same way. So instead of saying end your program, in this case, I'm gonna say you're above a shredder, or you don't have a data cube, I want you to go back to your nearest wall where you started and just try again. But in order to not bring more commands into this code, I'm just gonna jump to here. So essentially, you do the same thing as the person who just gave his data cube to a shredder. You step to the wall and jump back to here. So let's try doing that. And hopefully this time we won't see any people getting stuck anywhere. Also, don't pick up these freaking cubes above the shredders. I think this should really work. Well, it seems to be working, so I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, you see how they're cycling back to where they started. Last data cube gonna be shredded, come on. And I just hope all the tests pass. So that's 18 commands, challenge completed, and let's see. Yes! Nicely done. And only 14 seconds slower than we actually wanted to. That's not that bad. So both these optional challenges completed, 2 green lights, and I hope you'll join me next time on another coding journey. We've still got 3 levels to go, and then we will be done.